A little bit of stage fright, but she will be okay. Let's try that again. Big round of applause for Laura and Tilly.
Good morning, everybody. As mentioned, I'm Laura Hughes, and it's great to see so many of you here today, supporting this fantastic event once again. And it's great to be back here on stage, as some of you might have remembered that I was here talking to you all 2 years ago. Last time you saw me, I was only 1 week away from finishing my active cancer treatment after my primary diagnosis for breast cancer. I was originally diagnosed at the age of only 25, back in February 2014, and had previously gone through 18 months of treatment, including chemotherapy, a mastectomy, radiotherapy, months of hormone treatment, and reconstructive operations, which took a massive toll on me mentally and physically. But in the end, I celebrated with a big party and spent the next year enjoying getting my fitness levels back, having nice holidays, and even taking part in a 60-kilometre trek in Iceland for another breast cancer charity, Copperfield. But exactly 1 year ago, in May, whilst training for this trek, I developed pain in my right shoulder. Presuming I had just pulled a muscle in the gym, I carried on as normal over the next few months. But throughout this time, I also had a lot to contend with in my personal life, as my 3 sisters and I sadly lost our mum to a neurological illness called MSA back in June. Dealing with our loss and organising her funeral took my mind completely off the pain, but after a few weeks it began to become unbearable again. Finally, at the end of July, I chose to see my doctor, and she referred me on to a physio as I managed to convince herself and everyone around me, including myself, that I'd injured myself in the gym. After about 2 months, sorry, it's a bit windy up here. After about 2 months that I'd seen my physio, he decided to send me to the hospital to get checked out further, as the pain was horrendous as it wasn't getting any better. After an ultrasound of my shoulder strangely showed no damage to the ligaments or the muscles, I was told I would need a CT scan. Only 2 hours after having my CT scan, I'd received a phone call from my doctor informing me I would need an emergency appointment with my oncologist, as they had seen areas of concern within the bone. It was then I knew it was bad news. 6 months after the pain had begun, I was back in hospital, being told the horrendous news that my cancer was back and the shoulder pain was in fact a tumour. And to make matters worse, it was a spread from my original breast cancer, meaning it's now secondary. At that moment, I realised I was now eligible to join the special group of people who are classed as stage 4. There is no stage 5. At only 28, not only had I just lost my mother, but my cancer was now classed as incurable. It took days for the news of my cancer's return to sink in, and for me to even begin to comprehend the fact I'll now never be cured. I had very little time to get my head around things before treatment began, once again. Firstly, a major operation to remove and reconstruct my right humeral bone, involving a long hospital stay and extensive physio programme. Then, a few weeks ago, I completed a 4-month course of chemotherapy. Losing my hair once again was hard, and having now only got minimal movement in my shoulder, I've had to learn to adapt to my new disability. I suffer daily with fatigue, pain and constant worry, but the treatment I have had to save my life, and I have regular treatments every 3 weeks to keep my cancer stable. Unfortunately, also having had more chemotherapy and now forever being on lifelong drugs and medication, I'm now unable to have children, and that's something I've had to come to terms with. This is a huge deal for myself, as for as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a mum. So only a few months after I found out the cancer had returned, me and my partner Brad decided to look for a dog. And in February, we decided to welcome home the new addition to our family, our little Cocker Spaniel, Tilly. And this is her. Instantly, she changed my life for the better, gave me back a sense of purpose, and helped fulfil that massive hole in my life. Currently, I'm also unable to work, so she also keeps me company and gives me much fun and happiness day to day, and helps take my mind off the fact I'm living with cancer. I don't know what the future holds for me, but all I can hope for that is one day there are more treatments available to help keep me here for as long as possible. But this is why cancer research is so important. With all the money that you are raising today, you'll be helping fund the vital research required to not only help me potentially live a longer and fuller life, but help other thousands of people living with cancer around the country. We all know someone who has had cancer or has sadly passed away from cancer. So when racing today, please remember what inspired you to sign up. Share it with your friends, share it with your family and everyone else you know. Because when people know the reason why you're taking part, they'll also know what sponsoring means to you. And the knowledge that your money you have raised, you're making a difference to me and all those across the UK. Before I leave and let you get on with the race, I just also urge you to take 5 minutes once a month, including today, to check your breasts and tell at least 5 people that you know. You can also find out a little bit more about me and my journey, if you wish, by following my blog on Facebook, Laura's Breast Cancer Journey. I shall be at the end to greet you with your medals as you cross the finish line, so enjoy the atmosphere, have fun, and good luck, everybody.
Thank you so much, Laura, and thank you, Tilly. Tilly is so well behaved. Look at this. She's found a friend in my foot. I think it's quite warm. Thank you so much, Laura. Give her a big round of applause. I need you to